Cars. Welcome, fellow car enthusiasts. Today, we're gonna check out the 3-row SUVs from the land of K-pop, K-drama, and probably the world's best snacks. Now, one of these got a little facelift up front while the other will. It got a whole new wardrobe, looking sharper than a donut in a case full of muffins, but still ready for some bull-fraud adventure. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon cause who doesn't want notifications in their life. Now let's roll! Now let's roll! So first up, we've got the 2025 Sorento. This thing's on a mission like the Telluride and that futuristic EV9, with 3 rows of seats, plenty of space for your kids, or your donuts, and it's got curb appeal that'll make your neighbors jealous. If you're looking for a midsize with a 3rd row for occasional family trips, or maybe just when you've got too many beers and not enough cup holders, this could be your new best friend. And there's the 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe. You might look at it and say, hey, didn't we just see this thing last year? Well, yes. However, last year it got a new look, a longer wheelbase, and just like 3 rows of seats too. It's like that one relative who just went to the gym, got a haircut, and is now way cooler than they were before. This Santa Fe's got style, it's got space, and it's ready to party. Now, let's talk engines. The Sorento's got options. A 191 horsepower to point per liter 4-cylinder for the casual driver, a 281 horsepower to point per liter turbo for when you need to feel like a superhero, and a 227 horsepower 1.6 liter turbo hybrid for saving the planet and your wallet. Mileage, anywhere from 23 to 34 miles per gallon, which is pretty sweet considering the price starts at a budget-friendly $31,990. Oh, and if you're feeling fancy, you can go up to $47,390 for the high trims. On the other hand, the Santa Fe's got a 277 horsepower to 0.5 liter turbo engine or a 271 horsepower 1.6 liter hybrid, both of which are good for going places, but maybe not as fast as the Sorento. Fuel efficiency is pretty close to the Sorento at 22 to 34 mpg, but it starts a little higher in price, about $35,000 to $100 to $47,000, depending on how much fancy stuff you want. And what makes the Sorento stand out? Well, it's got more muscle to 181 horsepower, which is a little more than the Santa Fe's to 177. Plus, it got paddle shifters for that extra zoom feeling, even if you're just driving to the grocery store. It also gets standard remote start for added convenience. But the Sorento is not perfect. The towing capacity is only 3,500 pounds. You probably can't tow your buddy's giant boat to the lake, especially with that clunky dual clutch transmission. Oh, so the cabin's a little tight for all the friends you're gonna invite to the tailgate party. Now, the Santa Fe, it's got more standard features like an 8-speed dual clutch transmission, rear seat quiet mode, and a power tailgate. It even has available reclining driver's seat for when you need to take a nap after a hard day of driving. Plus, it's got wireless charging for your phone. That's tech-heavy stuff, right? But the downside, the base model's about $1,000 more than the Sorento. Oh, and it might feel a little slower on the road, thanks to that heavier body. You also only get one gasoline engine option unlike the Sorento. So in the end, if you want something sporty, performance-driven, and a little more budget-friendly, the Sorento's your ride. It's got the Sansac like that fancy 12.3-inch screen plus all the safety stuff to keep you from crashing into anything or any donuts. On the other hand, the Santa Fe's got more space, better styling, and a whole bunch of tech goodies that'll make you look real cool on the road. It's got less power, but more room for your snacks, or your kids. Which one would you pick? Let me know down in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like the video, turn on those notifications, and of course, subscribe because I may need those likes. And maybe a donut. Thanks for watching, everybody.